video for you. First of all, let me say, the response I have received from my what I should do with my essay video was incredible. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't, I will link it below. I got my first trolls in my comments, which was pretty cool. I feel like if you have enough of an opinion to have some trolls, you're probably doing something right. And I got a lot of questions that I wanted to answer because I've invited you all along on this journey with me, so I want to do right by you. Overwhelmingly, I got a lot of comments saying, oh, what is on your list? Because maybe you're asking for something that he just can't get. And if you haven't seen that video, essentially, to catch you up really quickly, I'm having a hard time working with my Hermes sales associate. So I thought I'd do a video where I tell you what's on my wish list because one, I love watching these videos. I like seeing what everyone's after. And two, it'll help round out the story so as you're along for the ride, you can keep score at home. If you haven't already, click subscribe. The saga continues. I'm 40 or so subscribers away from getting 1,000, so thank you to everybody who's coming back for more. It lets me know that I'm putting out things that you actually want to watch, so I appreciate that. Okay, so I'll start with non-quota bag items that are on my wish list. If you've watched any of my videos, you will know that a lovely white day sneaker is at the tippity top of my list. I want one with rose gold hardware preferably, and I've been trying to get those for probably like 2 years. I think, you know, they come on the website every now and again. There were a few of my lovely followers who sent me links when they appeared on the website, and of course I did not see them, was too slow to the draw, and alas, the wait continues. I imagine no one will be surprised to hear that at the tippity top of my wish list are some ship sandals. They are almost harder to get than a quota bag. The only pair I've ever been successfully able to score was at the airport in Paris, and they're a pair of white ship with the black sole. Wear them all the time. And so what I would love is a pair in gold, or I think the technical color that they call them in the shoes is natural or like tan, I don't know. Anyway, I think they would look really lovely for everyday wear, and they would match Billy my Birkin. So that's at the tippity top of the wish list too, although essentially my essay has told me, like, just if you see them online, buy them, because there's no way. I'm like, all right, cool beans. I'm after a Pegasus or a Rodeo PM, so the little baby size, in gold, which I know is also quite difficult to get. I'd take like any part of it, saddle, hair, whatever, in gold. I just think that'd be like a fun pop against Billy. And other bags too, right? Like I think as you start building like your neutrals collection, those can kind of like crisscross and they look really nice. So I would say all of those 3 items are probably very difficult to get, and I'm aware of that. So I'm not placing that into like my, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I can't get anything that I want. Because there's a few other items that should have been difficult to get that were pretty easy, or that are easy to get in other places, quote unquote easy, and I've had a hard time getting them. So like for example, I have this silver d'encre. Gosh, French is so hard. Ring in silver from them, and they offer a smaller, like a thinner rose gold band in the same design, and I've been trying to get my size in that for I couldn't even tell you how long, and every time I go in there they don't have the sizes. It's not orderable, and you would think like I don't think it's the most basic of pieces. I'm also open to like several other like pieces of rose gold jewelry. I'll throw up some pictures here. Like I got this Kelly Lock pink earring with diamonds last time, but it was the only one they had, and my sales associate was like on his knees digging through drawers to find it. For years I've had Kelly Lock bracelets on my wish list. I would do rose gold. I was even open to the ones in diamonds of those. Never came in. However, when this stainless steel Cape Cod watch came out, they had them in the store, and I'm like, huh, okay. Okay, other things I've mentioned on my wish list. I'm into a Garden Party 30 as a work bag, and I'm kind of open to colors on that, but I would really love something neutral. Like noir would be boring but delightful. I saw a beautiful what looked like faux FEU, is that how you say that? French folks, help me out. Garden Party 30 being presented the last time that I was at the store, and I was like, ooh, I hope that girl takes that because it's cute. So I think that would be like a good workhorse bag, so I'm into one of those. I'm also very intrigued by the mini Gypsier, and I'd be open to various colors in that. I just think it's a cute little bag and probably really good to travel with too, crossbody, keep it close to you, keep the pickpockets out with the complicated Kelly lock. From Homewares, I've got a plethora of things on the list. I am really trying to like round out a tea service, and I'm in love with like their teapots, but they never seem to have them. So teapots are on my wish list. They also have in the Avalon blanket series, so like this blanket behind me and pillows, they have like a burgundy version of it, and I have this and like the pillow set. I would love for fall and the holidays to swap this out to like a red or burgundy moment. I think that would be really delightful. I think they might even call it rougeage actually, but trying to get anything Homewares in the Rodeo location aside from like a cigar tray is really a crapshoot. I mean, they always have like, they usually have baby stuff, horse stuff, dog stuff, but when it comes to like Homewares, like utensils, any sort of textiles, this was a complete fluke that I got this, by the way. When I went in, someone had it on hold, the blanket and the matching pillows. They didn't show up for their appointment, so my SA was like, oh, do you want these? And I was like, yes, yes. So I'm holding out for the red versions of what I've already got, and I think that would be really festive. I know it's only like end of June, beginning of July, but I love fall and I'm already thinking about it. Okay, now to the part that I think you all have been waiting for. So I sort of covered my non-quota bags, shoes, homewares, fine jewelry. I'll be honest with you, Hermes ready to wear is usually like a crapshoot for me. I have a hard time with ready to wear to begin with. I just feel like clothing doesn't last. Even if it's great quality, it's still like the cost per wear is so disproportionate to like what you're paying, what you get out of it, unless it's like a coat or something. But I live in California, I live in Los Angeles. Like the amount of coats I need, not super heavy. I'm not really needing like a wrap winter coat at most times of the year. So it's hard for me to justify spending that much money on one. So anyway, the part that you've been waiting for is, what quota bags have I been asking for? Because in my last video, so many of the comments were, well, you must be asking for things that he just can't get you. Okay, so I acknowledge that some of my like wish list items that aren't quota bag related are difficult to get, for sure. But I will say the quota bags I'm asking for are kind of the opposite. I will let you be the judge of that. I'll tell you, so when I first started working with him 2 years ago, I had predicted that mini bags, while they will always be in style, let me be clear, I think every Hermes, every like quota Hermes bag will always be classic and in style, but I had sort of predicted like the mini bag, nano bag trend had been going on for a while. I want to get ahead of the curve. I also would like to collect a quota bag in each size. So I said, you know what? I'm really into a Birkin 35. One of my all-time favorite colors is cray. I was like, love like a creamy neutral. Gold has to be gold hardware though, because I think that for me personally, any of those creamy neutrals like mushroom, or cray, nata, I think they look cold or like mismatched with palladium hardware. That is my preference, and so I respect if you think the opposite, but for, you know, the world of fashion, it is what you would like and what you want. So I had mentioned that to him, and he has said, that was like 2 years ago, and he was like, ha! Cray in B35 is just never gonna happen right now. Like, you know, don't hold your breath. I'm like, okay. So more recently, my updated quota bag wish list is Rouge Ash is one of my favorite colors, and it is in production this season. So I said to him, I'm open to Rouge Ash in almost like any Kelly size and any Birkin size, really. But I specified, I said, what I would love is Kelly 25, Kelly 28 in Rouge Ash, gold hardware, but I would be open to palladium hardware in this instance. I think the two look fine either way. I'm not so picky on the hardware. I'm more picky on the leathers. I'm an Epsom, Togo, or Chev girl, full stop. Box is too precious for me, and I need to get to the point in my Hermes journey Sorry if I made anyone puke in their mouth by saying Hermes journey. I know it's a very polarizing term, but I need to get to the point in my Hermes career where I don't go every time I scratch the bag, you know, and box is just it's too much for me right now. I think it's beautiful though. Anyway, so a Rouge Osh moment. I don't know that everybody is clamoring for that color. It's very classic. I told him Noir, specifically Birkin 35 in Noir, flexible on hardware, or Kelly in Noir. Is black difficult to get? Yes, but do they also order a lot of neutrals in? Also yes. So I don't think that's asking for anything too crazy. My be all end all is the color Capucine. So like my holy grail bag would be in the color Capucine, which if you haven't seen it, I'll throw up a little swatch on the screen, but it is like this gorgeous, like kind of like orange, pink, red, all had a baby, kind of similar to the nails I have on now. But it's just like such a great summer bag. A color that's in production now that is similar that I also said I would take instead of that would be Feu, which F-E-U is the color. And that comes in Togo or Epsom. I'd be into that. Orange Poppy back in the day, like all in that kind of color family, I'm into it. And so that's my holy grail. That is not in production right now. Feu is, but Capucine is not. It is, however, on the special order list right now. And I'm like, ooh, perhaps we could get a special order and then I'd be really happy. Anyway, so between like a Rouge Osh, a Noir, and like some kind of like pinky orange. I even told him like Bougainvillea I'd be into, which is something that like people tend to not like, but I like it. And I think, again, the color preference is all about what you want, right? So like the bags that I'm saying right now, you might be like, ugh, nobody wants those, but I do. It's for me and my fashion choices. I mean, can you picture me running around in this little, so I don't know if you can see, but it's like a baby blue suit coat. I just got home from work, so sorry, you get after work Emily, you get business casual Emily. But can you imagine like this blue with that pop of like poppy color or Capucine, like walking around town? Beautiful color juxtaposition. I'd be very into it. So anyway, you guys tell me, hit me with the comments below. I don't think the things that I'm asking for, and also I think like, if you've noticed, I haven't said like I will only take a mini Kelly or I will only take a Birkin 25. It's like I'm kind of trying to strategize and going for maybe the things that are like less popular in the moment, because I know that eventually like fashion will turn back around. Plus I'm a tall lady. I have a lot of things that I like to carry in my bags. So like a Birkin 35 would be very useful for me, and I'd be super into it. Like when I told him like B35 in Noir, he was like, huh? He said he's only ever sold one Birkin 35 in the several years that he's worked there. I think he's worked there for 3 years. And I'm like, how is that possible? I guess the mini bag trend prevails, but back when like Sex and the City was a thing, not the new one, but the original one, like Birkin 35s were all the rage. So fashion is so cyclical. I'm kind of playing the long game here, and even still, I'm having a hard time getting a bag offer. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me what your holy grail bag is, and I will see you guys next week for another one.